Hey there DIYers, welcome to the channel. And if you missed my last video where I put these together, I'll put a link here for you to pick that up and watch that. And now we're going to be doing the building the deck for this. It's a 10.5 by 24, and I got some boards to put up here. I'm going to put in the supports and get all this weather protected, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so now we got everything coated. So now I'm just ready to start putting in my support boards. I'm just using 2x4s for this portion, and this should be sufficient for, you know, supporting the 10-foot boards that I'll be putting along here. And so I've got 10 feet And so I'm going to use 8 boards. So you take 10 feet divided by 8 boards. That gives me a spacing of 1 foot and 3 inches for every board. So we'll go ahead and get that measured off, then start getting these cut, and then we'll start getting them tacked in there. All right, so I've got these all marked off at 1 inch and 3 inch, or at 1 foot 3 inches. And so it's actually gonna be 7 boards in there across. So now I'm just gonna measure from this end over to here to this one. And it says it's 46 and, let's see, 46 and 3/8. So I'm using pine that is ground contact pressure treated. So it ought to be perfect for out here in this weather. Okay, so I'll mark this here, 46 and 3/8. Glasses on. Okay. Fits in there perfect. Okay. I'm gonna use 3-inch wood screws to go in both sides. When I do the next one over here, I'll have to be going in at an angle from the top and then the bottom, and just continue to do that, but that's all right. Let me get my so let's put in 2 screws on each side. Okay. Just like that. Yep. So I'm just going to do that on this whole strip. So won't bore you with each one of those. So let's just go ahead and do this part on time lapse.
Jag är Peter och kommer runt personer som tar över. Jag är väl checkar man in på rum. Men jag kan inte vara det nog bättre. 4. Den är tid. Jag kan hålla sig på. Helvete.
Alright, so I got all the support boards in, so now it's just a matter of putting the actual floorboards on. And so this is like just over 10.5, roughly around 10.5. So these are 6-inch wide boards, so right up against the sheds I'm going to have one board running across right along horizontal with the sheds, and then all of my other boards will be starting from the edge and running up to, and I think I have another gap in there about 1.5 inches or so So I may have to run another strip of like 2x4. I'll probably just cut it down so it's the same thickness as this this board, and then just have that in there just as a filler. Anyway, so here we go. Okay, so what I've got is I need to buy a couple more boards because I miscalculated just from the measurements being off just slightly. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is, you know, these are 5/4 boards by 6, but the actual is really, let's see what this says. They're 1 inch thick by 5.5 wide by 10 feet long. Even the 10 feet, there's a little bit of staggering between the boards. They're not all exactly 10 feet. So what I'm gonna do is have them all lined up on that end, and they're gonna all be sticking off of this side a little bit. So at the end of the day, I'll come back and just do a clean, just straight cut along the edge to get them all the same. And they'll be hanging off about a 1/2 inch off this side. But what I'm doing is I have this wall board that I'm actually using as my guide for my separation. So I have my gap so that when it rains, you know, the rainwater will fall down between. And so I'll use that. This is just an 8-foot board that I'll just have as my separation. It'll just be easy. So I don't have to measure. I can just put that in there, slap the next board next to it, drill down, and I'm good to go. So that's what I'm doing for that. And then let me show you up here where I'm coming up to the front. So again, this is 10 foot. So if I put one of these boards here horizontal, then I still have a gap. So I took a 2x4, and the 2x4 is going to be my filler to put in there. So I'll have basically the board coming up, hitting the 2x4, then another board, and then there's going to be gap here to also allow water to run off. So at the end, you know, have all these boards here, and then have the 2x4, then the 6-foot or the 6-inch board, and so that's how that is. And then of course when I get it all together, I'm gonna go to the store, get some paint to match as close as I can to this panel, and paint the deck that color, and that'll be a nice touch. Then after, when I'm all done with that, I'll be another project will be building a lean-to to cover as a deck, cover the deck, and so that'll be a separate project that I'll do after the fact. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and get going on that. All right, so I got half the deck done. These boards aren't exactly straight, so putting that board in there to try to keep the spacing even is virtually impossible. So I'm getting an average of the gap pretty much from the front of the board to the foot of the board. And if it warps a little bit here and there, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's serving a purpose, so I'm happy with what it is. But so I got half the deck done. I'm just gonna keep on going on the other half. So come together. I might throw some more screws on in the middle, depending. Right now I just put some on the 2 on the end, 2 in the middle, 2 on the other end. But yeah, if it feels like I need to put more, then I will. I probably will, just so it'll help keep the boards from doing any warping that they may want to do. So I'll probably put another set in the middle of each one. So another row. So it'll be a total of 4 sets for each board. I'll get that after I come back, finish that side up. Anyway, onward I go. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for the deck. I do have a few things left to do as far as like trim the edge. And then next up is going to be building the awning, the lean-to awning. And I already got the supplies for that, but I'm waiting on one piece left before I can get that going. And I'm gonna do the awning, paint the framing on it black to match the trim of the sheds, and then I'm gonna paint the deck to match the walls of the sheds, and then this should be done. And then I'll run some power out to it. But for now, we are done with this project, so I'm considering this part complete. So still till next time. If you like this video, like what I did here, please like and subscribe. If you want to get notified of upcoming videos, please hit the bell notification and select that, and then you'll get notified when the next video comes out. And look forward to more videos.